All right, hello Sagittarius, and welcome to your end of May reading with myself, Rachel Navy, aka Villagio Strega, if you'd like to follow me on Facebook or TikTok. I'm here doing a Celtic Cross style reading for you guys, and of course I take the flippers and jumpers, and I'll ask for clarification if I need to. Clarifying it up with a final 5 through another deck, and then pulling your challenge, your advice, your potential outcome in relation to it all with another, and then of course giving you an Archangel card at the end to see what else Spirit wants you to know. So that said, keep in mind this is a general reading, will not resonate for everyone, so take what does and leave the rest. They're flying. Hang on, and it's not Sagittarius, it is Aquarius, in case I didn't say that right earlier. So forgive me, Aquarius. Aquarius is having an Ace of Coins situation this month with a Knight of Cups. Interesting. As a challenge. All right, I'm going to flip this down, guys, so you can see what's going on, and then I'll rattle some more, you know, do the housekeeping portion of things as I go. But nonetheless, if you have a challenge situation in your life you'd like more guidance, clarity, and support on, I do love doing personal readings. I am making time for personal readings here in my life as it is. And feel free to reach out to me. All my information is either linked in the description below or the About section of my channel. It's a little bit chilly here today, so that's why I'm in a sweater. It's sweater weather up here in Vermont, and not at my canopy. I'm like, I think I'll pass on that today, but I am looking forward. I'm doing a little bit of a drumming jam here this evening for anybody interested. You both going, okay. Gotcha. Got the Ace of Swords and the World card energy for your hopes, dreams, your destiny. Interesting. Queen of Wands, your distant past, Aquarius. Ooh. Okay, 5 of Swords. Whew. Yes or no? Oh, yes. Attitude? Yes. Okay. Queen of Pentacles and 7 of Cups for your attitude. Aquarius, Judgment card for your external influences. Devil card energy for your inner emotions. And final one is your 5 of Wands. Let's break this down, guys. See what's going on here for you all. Starting with your Ace of Pentacles. That's a new opportunity for you. Maybe some of you, it's a new job, new employment situation, new career, new finance, new, because it's an ace, right? We know it's Ace of Pentacle is usually referring to something tangible, your money or time, as it is. I really feel, though, this is a new opportunity for some of you. Maybe like time for romance too, because I also have the Knight of Cups crossing it. So just to throw that out there for some of you, it's not midday, so usually we're not getting too much into the emotional stuff right now. You're more in your rising sign for this reading, as it were. But that said, Ace of Pentacles too is like the divine coming in and giving you a little, hey, here you go. This should help out for a moment as well, or go down this new path. It's a worthwhile adventure to you. May lead you to more finance. The challenge of it all is, okay, it's matters of the heart. It may have something to do with children, getting a real strong sense of children for you, like choosing that career path. But like, what does it mean for you as a parent? Some of you parents, Aquarius, when it comes to balancing that work-life child aspect of things, or maybe some of you have a sick child, is also what I just picked up. That's why that Knight of Cups is there. This individual, Knight of Pentacles, otherwise though, is usually an individual who's a little bit more experienced with emotional seas of life, as it were. He's a little bit more grounded. He knows how to keep the harmony of a situation, and perhaps that's you wanting to keep the harmony in the situation in your life, as it were, especially if it pertains to employment or what you do for a living or don't do for a living. And he's also like the ideal lover card. So it's the challenge. Some of you may be feeling lonely. Some of you may actually be finding romance at work. This new career is also what I'm picking up. But I'm getting a real strong sense for an Aquarius that's dealing with children, the emotional aspects of children, keeping the balance, keeping the harmony in a situation with your children, and love, like general love energy for you. So Aquarius, what's in your goals, your destinies, your hopes, your fears is the Ace of Swords and the World card energy. Beautiful. Ace of Swords is about that divine stepping in, bringing you some clarity on a situation, communications, thoughts, ideas you were having. Divine says, okay, we can master this, we can get through this. Stepping in to help bring forward that communication, bring forward that quote-unquote talk, as it were, is what I'm really feeling here. Plans, how to really put the plan in place is what I'm also picking up with that. The World card energy is another beautiful card to add to it. It's the end of the hero's journey, right? As they're about to begin something new. It means you've gained enough knowledge and wisdom in whatever practice it is, or maybe it's something to do with communication itself here, Aquarius, where you're ready to move on. You're ready for this one cycle to end so something new can begin. Really is what this is about. And again, clarity in the situation is coming forward with that. World card energy is actually Saturn energy, and Saturn's in retrograde here for a good length of time. Saturn energy about itself is about structure, how we structure things. So that make two, like, again, for that individual I was talking about with like emotional stuff with a child or a sick child too, it's like, how do you structure what you do day to day, or how do you make a plan to both navigate that with your child versus what you want to do to earn your living or balance your finances somehow. But it's the, again, end of one cycle, being in a new one, and it's coming in with some clarity behind it as well, mental clarity behind it as well. Could also be that relationship, again, because we have the ideal lover crossing you and your finance. New beginning, for sure. End of one thing, beginning of something new. Your distant past, you have the Queen of Wands energy. You may have been in a great space with a lot of vitality and a lot of creative invention, intuition going on, following your passions. Really, really happy. Very passionate about something you were doing here in the distant past. She tends to be very honorable too, so if this was a relationship, it was feeling like a very committed relationship in general. She's got a little smirky smile usually too, because she's got a little mystery behind her too. She's kind of like a little secret keeper, as it were. But very sweet, very fun, very lively energy. Something happens though in your more recent past where there's a conflict of sorts. There's a Five of Swords energy out. This means somebody's ego got in the way. Somebody wants to argue, fuss, fight, because they're not done personally. They're not ready to let go of something they need to let go of in order to move forward. So there's a stubbornness to this card in the more recent past, a stubborn, confrontational energy. You're all right in your finance, though. Like I said, you're headed to something new. You get the Queen of Pentacles energy out. She's stable, grounded, practical, nurturing. Lots of abundance associated with the Queen of Pentacles. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn is her signs, because she's an earth sign herself. Again, there's some sort of abundance, but it's grounded energy. It's stable energy. So if you were worried about, like, not knowing what your income was each month or each week or something like that, she's the direction you're headed. And it's likely more than it was previously here, Aquarius, is what I'm really feeling from that. There's some sort of like return on investment, emotional return on investment as well. What's your attitude right now? You're a little bit confused for the remainder of the month. There may be a lot of opportunities presenting themselves. There may be a lot of things that look good. Maybe a lot of individuals that look better than some others even, as this is Cups energy we're dealing with. So it's matters of the heart as much as it is things that might be emotionally satisfying to you. You want to be realistic, though. Sometimes Seven of Cups energy can be someone who's like a little lost in unrealistic things because they're so overwhelmed by everything being presented to them that things kind of get lost in translation, or everything looks good to them. So they want to try a little bit of everything. They have a tendency to overindulge. You want to be cautious about this energy because this is coming up in your attitude spot here right now. It's like, oh, I can do everything. I can have it all. I'm not picking anything up with the individual child's energy with this card at all either. So there may be like kind of, well, of course there is. It's a general reading. There's a couple of energies floating around here with this too. So this particular individual or this particular energy is about like being realistic. Don't overindulge in a situation. Judgment energy is what's coming out in your external environments, and rightly so, because of that Seven of Pentacles or Seven of Cups card there. Justice, again, is Libra energy, so it's about others recognizing that things need to be kept in balance, or it's you having to deal with a situation. Maybe you've been like not really wanting to address it, dear Aquarius, and it's like you can't avoid it now. It's one of those energies of in order to let go of a karmic cycle, in order for something new to begin, you have to be mature and you have to let something else go along the way. Aquarius is what Judgment card represents. It also represents things coming back into balance as a result of that action, as a result of that letting go of one thing, because it no longer serves your higher selves to move forward, maybe in a new direction as well. It's also a component of rewards for one's own efforts, is really what I want to get out to with this particular card. This is like getting paid back by the universe because you deal with something you've really needed to deal with, Aquarius, so that way you can move forward and heal from it, like truly heal from it, is what I'm seeing. Got the Devil card energy out for your inner emotions, right? Again, this is letting go of those self-limiting beliefs, those things that tie us down, that constrain us. That it could be addictions, it could be subabuse, it could be alcoholism, it could be sex, it could be spending. So many components to this Capricorn energy. But the flip side to this energy is, well, because it's the card of letting go, that things are not for our highest good, it's also the card of determination and perseverance. Devil energy is very perseverant because it's like the constant tap on your shoulder, like, hey, remember this? Hey, you're supposed to do that. Like, hey, I'm going to distract you. And it's moving through that with persistence. It's confronting your own self-imposed limitations, as it were, with the Devil's card energy. So that's why we're seeing the Justice out. That's why we're seeing the World out. That's why we're seeing like this Ace of Coins that says, and the Queen of Pentacles that says, okay, once we get through this shit here, once you can master yourself, Aquarius, then those other things, that self-worth that you've been lacking because you're getting that tap on the shoulder, right? And it can be that inner voice too that says, I can't do this as well, or I don't believe in this, or I don't believe in my own worth. Let me go self-medicate. Let me go do whatever it is I do to soothe that part of my ego or lack of. Once you've made the choices to self-heal, and again, let go of those self-imposed limitations, this is when your abundance truly comes in. This is when, like, your attitude, like, it's really confusing. Like, which path do I take? How do I heal from this kind of energy here, Aquarius? And yeah, maybe there is someone judging you in your life currently that's making it harder for you to do this, is what I'm also picking up. But there may also be someone, and this can be your own self-compassion too. Just because we see a knight, king, queen, whatever it is, doesn't necessarily mean that we have to be dealing with another individual. That energy is there regardless. So sometimes finding the balance and finding all that sweet love is really about us taking care of ourselves, us knowing our own worth, right? Us being our ideal lover, because if we don't love ourselves, then what good are we to anybody else? And certainly the Devil card energy is about taking those aspects that we dislike about ourselves, taking those aspects that are chaining us, right? That we feel like we have this soul loss with even, and transmuting them into energy that is self-love, that is self-healing, is really strongly what I'm getting now for this. And it may also be, again, I'm not seeing any children cards out here, but I keep getting the recognition that there's like someone with a child that like there's really a strong challenge with, and maybe it's you dealing with that child, Aquarius, that's where the hardest point is. Like maybe you have a child that is making you like feel a certain way, or they themselves are going through these challenges, and you're kind of like, how do I support this individual? How do I love this individual through this energy, as it were? How do I support myself in love? Five of Wands is the card of conflict, of course, for your overall energy. Indeed, this is inner conflict is really strongly what I'm getting for you guys, Aquarius, is that all these cards kind of laid out while you're going to master it. You're definitely going to overcome something, and you're going to be successful with it. But it's that process of letting go. It's the process of, okay, this may have started out in fun, especially if it's like an addiction issue going on. This may have started out as fun and games, but somebody's going to get hurt here if I don't slow down and take another approach to this. If I don't recognize, like, I have to self-love or stand my ground and say, wait a minute, this got communicated wrong and went a totally different direction than what I was anticipating. It's like a little locker room battle that goes sour fast. Nobody's really getting hurt at this point, though, Aquarius. Like, there is room for, I mean, it could go down that route, but for right now, this is really like, okay, nobody's gotten severely injured yet, so there's still time to deal with it. There's still time to manage it, is what I'm picking up from that. Let's check out the final five in regards to this reading. To clarify, I'm going to use the Archangel, the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot by Lo Scarabeo. And then we'll just hone in on the challenge, advice, and potential outcomes for you guys towards the end of the month here. See what else is going on. Yeah. Okay. Got a calling card. Got judgment card again. Major arcanas are really the key points here in your reading as well here, Aquarius. I just want you all to remember that. So we'll take a closer look at that judgment card energy for sure. What's Icarus doing? Okay. All right, and we've got the Queen of Cups and the Nine of Wands. Yeah, this totally makes sense. Some of you are like so worried you can't sleep. You've got this issue of doubts, of fears, of hopelessness, of grief, of sadness, depression. This is debauchery. Classic way to describe the Nine of Swords energy is debauchery. There's something that's just like tearing you up, Aquarius, and I'm sorry. And then there's the Judgment card. There's a calling, right? So whether this is someone's energy that's making you feel this way, or there's your own energy, Aquarius, which, by the way, you guys have the Star card. Like that's about uniqueness. That's about aspiring. Whatever it is, this Judgment card is coming out. This is Pluto energy. So this is about transformation. This is about another form of expansion, as it were. It's about evaluating a situation. It's about letting go of self-criticism as much as it is about not criticizing others. And of course, because it is the Judgment card, it is also about perhaps legal things, legal matters. Judgment's upright, though, so judgments are in your favor here. I think it's what I'm really keying in on, Aquarius, is you letting go letting go so you can grow. Kind of way about this, but hearing the call within yourself to take the actions to either mature from a situation, or heal from a situation as well. But something's really giving you a hard time. Potential outcomes, yeah, you got the Nine of Wands and the Queen of Cups energy. Nine of Wands is being exhausted. You're tired. you're taking a moment just to take a break from all the action, all the drama, whatever battle it is you're going through. This is the other card, another card of rest or recuperation. Just to muster your strength again so you can move forward. But you also have the Queen of Cups with that. And Queen of Cups is that compassionate listener. It's listening to ourselves, what's really in our heart. It's having self-compassion again, is what she's really about. She's also got a huge component of intuition, psychic knowledge, and wisdom. Again, because she speaks softly. She is gentle. She's gentle-natured. She's emotionally stable. She's emotionally grounded. She's very loving, motherly, maternal-like energy to her. Or she could be a good friend. She could be a psychologist. She could be, someone there to have that therapeutic feedback with, that therapeutic talk. To lovingly support and guide, to compassionately support and guide, empathize even as it is. Let's have the final three for your challenge, your advice, and your potential outcome here. Well, hello. It's fast, Emperor. So we've got Emperor energy, which is about initiation, man's law. Okay. Just kind of thinking. Feeling it out, seeing what else I'm picking it up for the Aquarius on the collective. It's very transformative energy, Aquarius. I really feel like you're coming to an end, or you're at this crossroads. You're at the dark night of the soul moment, where you're recognizing like you have to do something, right? Yes. Okay. So that said, okay, we're looking at challenges. Challenges, advice, and potential outcome. I've got the Emperor, I've got the Devil, and I've got the Ten of Wands out. Challenge is the Emperor. Advice is not the Devil card. Advice is the Ten of Wands, and the potential outcome again is the Devil card energy. Emperor card, Aries in energy, could be dealing with an Aries. Again, is about man's law. We see judgment out, so we could be dealing with some legal actions, maybe very heartbreaking. Maybe that's what's weighing on your mind, and maybe it has something to do with finance as well. Maybe even career related for some of you, as much as emotional. Emperor card energy again is what is controlled in your domain. What do you have control of in your domain, Aquarius? What structure do you wish to put into place? How does it fit into place with the rest of society, civilization, man's laws? Could even be like constructing, like physically buildings, like referring to buildings, structure of buildings even. With the Emperor's energy. Father figure. Could be dealing with a father figure with the Emperor as a challenge. Authority figures. Definitely authority figures in relation. Judges, attorneys, legal people for challenges. But it's upright too. So there's a forward movement on it. And it's Aries energy. So it's very determined. It's very very almost not methodical, but structured in a way so that way there's a legal process. There's a policy, procedure, legal process to it all. Ten of Wands energy is that energy of taking on so much. It's a completion of something, right? Because it's a 10. We know like this is almost over, and it's in your advice spot. So 10 of Wands energy is somebody who does so much, takes on so many burdens that they become heavy and they never see the fruits of their labor. There's no reward for anything that they do, Aquarius. What it also indicates, though, is the need to allow others to help you. So that way you can have that time for yourself. So that way you can have the time to enjoy your life and your things, your actions, your ideas, your creative process, as it were. That's about to come to an end for you. That burdensome energy is about to come to an end for you. Why? Because you're letting go of those self-imposed limitations. Got the Devil card energy again. So, again, Capricorn as a time frame or a reference to an individual you may be dealing with. Healing. It's just really what I'm picking up. here is there's a maturity level of something here, where we're closing out one part of your life or letting go of something in your life here, Aquarius, so that way you can go heal. Because whatever it was holding you back, Aquarius. Whatever that you need to move forward from was what was holding you back. So you're letting go of something in order so that way you can move forward your life. That's where the abundance is coming in, is finally making that decision, taking that first step to go heal. And it's scary. It's like, oh my gosh, there's so many things I could do. I've got, like, I don't know which one to choose. Should I do them all? You know, that's why it's like, be realistic about it all. Be realistic, maybe even baby steps to it. There's definitely, for those of you who are looking for a new employment situation, there's definitely a new employment opportunity for you that's going to bring about some more money. There's definitely this element of, like, just, it may be a bit of a conflict at first, but it's the need to move forward and move away from something in order for you to truly heal, in order for you to have this success and abundance in your life, peace of mind even. That's what the Ace of Swords is about here. Let's clarify this all up further. Spirit, what else would you like Aquarius to know on the collective? Maturity, yes. Overcoming difficulties and spread your wings. These are the messages from your archangels, Aquarius. The worst is now behind you, and you are surmounting any previous challenges. The worst is all behind you, overcoming difficulties. And spread your wings. This is that new growth, that new opportunity. Do not hold back right now. The timing is perfect, and you are ready to soar. So, my dear Aquariuses, I do wish you the best in this challenging times, regardless. So, blessed be. And hey, don't forget to like and subscribe. Ring that bell for all my updates. I will see you guys on the flip side. Blessed be.